Hello, this is Raymond Sinwich, and I'm going to be demonstrating Milestone9, the King of Mystic Mountain. I'm also going to be showing everything I added to it from this week. I had a couple play tests from two different people, and I took notes from their advice that I was given from it. So I'm going to show you everything I added. Now, after a new game here, I added a intro here. They said that something that they thought was necessary, so I added this in here. And you can kind of read here. It kind of tells the backstory how the king loses his amulet and can't prove he's indeed the king. And because of this, he went into a depression, fled the king, and now he's just been staying on Mystic Mountain, depressed until he gets his heirloom. And back at home, Dad says, "Okay, Timmy, if you really want to try and help the king, I'm not going to stop you. Just make sure you, if you need anything, to buy and sell anything, to find me. I'll be going to the castle later on." Yay. So Timmy's quest begins. His dad let him go out. And here now is also another recommendation I had, adding the tutorial. And if you'd like to skip it, if you've already done it, you can hit no, but I'm going to show you for my video, obviously. Here I have a tutorial for controls, menu, quest, battle, shop, and save and load. I'll start with the controls here. It tells you, when they're not in a menu or a battle, the touch and directional pad will be at the bottom to continue around. And it tells you touch anywhere, touch any button or character NPC to interact with them. Double tap anywhere to open the menu. So you hit OK, it'll bring us back here. So you in the menu, tells you how to use the menu with the potions, equip and unequip items, use abilities, check team stats, check your game log, or exit the game. Again, hit OK to bring it back. So every time we do, come back here, you can come back, if you miss something, you can go back and check it again. So, and the shop tutorial, save and load. So we got the tutorial there to show everybody what to do. New beginners. This was something I had the advice from when I was at my local playing trade. I was able to get two people, one I was friends with, another person I had not known. I kind of just approached them and asked them to play. But this was what we came up with a list of what we felt would be necessary for the tutorial. So I implemented all this and explained it the best I could. So that's my tutorial. So now another thing I was given advice for was my enemies. You weren't able to tell where they were, so they said to put like some footsteps. This was kind of like, to kind of show where they're walking around, because they are walking. They're kind of invisible, but they're wandering around. So anytime they're making random movements. So I gotta find them, or they find me. Yep. So there we go. Okay, and that's how it is. They're not there. He's kind of still moving around. So let's come back to that. Let's do this quest so when I'm killing them, I actually get credit for it. Gotta defeat my 3 evil soldiers here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Keep looking for these guys. Another around here. There it is. Okay. There we go. Alright, so I finished that. Had another recommendation here. Now that when you complete a quest, and see I got new items here, you have new equipment, open your menu to access your equipment tab to put it on. This I felt was necessary to let the player know that they have new equipment and to put it on. And so I was saying, from now on, she wants to help other people the way I did. Yay! So with my equipment, let's go into the tab and put it on. My helmet. I got a new helmet, and I got a new vest. So that brings up my defense, and definitely going to need it, because I'm going from easy mode to hard mode now. The island's easy, and going to land is going to be harder. Well, medium, I should say. Well, it's not going to be so hard, but... Let's start with this. Let's get this quest here to help her with her purse. Okay, and there we go. Oops. Attack the caster. And attack this guy. Alright. Let's go over the footsteps. Footsteps. Up, there we go. Okay. Now I'm going to use a potion. Alright. Attack this guy. Alright. Few dumb guys. I have to finish that. Let's talk to her. Great. Your blessing. Take this for trouble. A finer armor and a leather shield. She's moved by your kindness, and let's go see if they need help with the castle. So I completed all those. There's other stuff in the cave too, but I'm just going to show you this because I showed you the cave in several other videos. Here I'm going to show you everything I worked on. That includes the random battles and such. Oh, and there's your dad. I went throughout the castle like you said. Well, let's just exit. I don't need to buy anything from him or sell anything to him, so let him do his business. Okay, let's talk to him. Fire sword added. Let's help her. Okay. And my equipment, that is equipped out fire sword and my empty left hand. Oh, I can put the shield on. No, I think I'll do more damage. Alright, forest here. And now you see it in the forest, it's hard. I got 3 guys after me. Alright, let's got a caster here. Let me poison this guy. Oops, that was poison that guy. Alright, now let's attack him. Boom, so I got him. Alright. Go fire sword. Footsteps. Bet they're around somewhere. Oh, got lucky this time. Alright, let's get the amulet. Hello, you received the king's amulet. How nice of you. Yep. Just quarter Rona. That would poison him again, because he's just going to keep healing if I don't. tricky bugger. Alright. There. Oops. Just gotta hit him again. Yeah, it does happen because they are wandering. What's happening? I guess it happens. Just kill him. Oh boy, man. So it's lucky coming in, but not so lucky coming out, huh? Try to make this quicker. They're really dwindling me down here. Alright. Let me get out of here before they find me again. Luckily I have my fire sword. So it's something to be aware of when you're by the footsteps. They will wander around. Like here. Yep. Should have seen that coming. Alright, I'm probably going to use a potion. I also saw I had a scroll, so let's use my paralyzed scroll on the supporter guy. And I can take out the caster and then hit him, so he can't heal. Alright, so I'll get out here before they find me again. Now the bridge, I got that bridge fixed, I got a new entrance. Let's go bring the king back to the mountain. Or off the mountain, I should say. Right, now I gotta make it back through the woods. See if I got another scroll. Fire scroll. Oh, what the heck, let's use the fire scroll on the caster. Oh. It's healed. Oh, okay. So, let's do this. We'll poison the healer. And attack him. And let's get the caster. Alright. Yeah, I make it. Will Timmy survive? Well, just in case, let's use a potion. Yep. Let's try to get this guy. I'm gonna attack him. And let's use some more mana. You know I'm almost out. Oh well. I can't use my poison, so let's take a potion. There we go. Oops, wrong one. Alright, out of these haunted, crazy woods. Don't. on. Out of the woods, no! Out of the woods. Let's get this done. Okay, enough fighting. Okay, now that I'm out of the woods, let's go finish the game. Get all the quests, so I should get the good ending. Found the King's Hamlet, yes I have. Completed all quests after coming back. The king is held by 2 strangers and removed by some boy. Since then, the king never lost his amulet again. King of the Mountain. And that's it. Thank you for playing King of Mystic Mountain. So, now I'm going to go over some of the code I used for this. To show some of the stuff I used for it. Or actually here, let me, I gotta go over, let's do this. I'll go over my questions here. Let's go ahead and do my reflection questions here. State how this milestone fits into the larger picture of the game as a whole. Definitely fits into the game as a whole with the tutorial, and then the intro, I feel, really kind of brings it all together, introduces the player to, what's going on, gives them a good idea how to play it, and, that's something I kind of went over with a friend of mine at a game store and some other random person, mainly my friend, but I did get some valuable input from this guy. I don't remember who he was. Just kind of stopped him and asked him to play it. But this milestone really brings everything together. I was able to fix a lot of the random battles. I was able to kind of get them to start moving and padding around so that they can kind of even find the player sometimes. It can be a pain sometimes because they can double get you, but it's never in the same area. It's always random. So it definitely brings the game together. It really kind of makes it feel a lot more complete, I guess you could say. Let's go. State the criteria used to determine that this milestone was complete. Do you feel your criteria are adequate? What, if anything, do you need to adjust in the future to adequately measure and verify your milestones met your expectations? Is this milestone 100% complete? Okay, well, let me just start with, I do feel that this is complete. I did very good with this milestone. I feel I was able to implement all the feedback I had received from observing two different playtests, and took into advice, even adding the footsteps to kind of show the player where there's going to be enemies around. That was also a great idea I'd gotten. And I do feel that it really kind of helped polish things, even with the tutorial. It really kind of makes it feel a lot nicer, a lot easier, a lot more smoother to play. So definitely think it's complete, and what I used to help me think it was complete was going over this with an additional dozen tests on top of the dozens I did during the week, and with the people I was testing it with. Let's see here. Do you think I'll have to revisit this milestone in the future? No. No, I don't. Not what I've gotten done in here. I think I did pretty good implementing all of the feedback I'd received, and fixing a lot of the bugs, and I think it really came together very nice. Does this milestone have dependencies? No, not really. How easy or difficult will it be to make changes in this milestone if necessary? It's not very hard. A lot of this I have set up pretty easily. Does the milestone need balancing or polished? That was basically, this milestone was polished, so I can't say that is. Alright, so let's go over here my code, which is pretty much just this one script here I use to kind of transform positions, kind of have them going around from point A to point B, from point B to C, point C to A, and moving very slow so they're not just jumping around. And just using the numerator, to move the object and transform whatever object it's on, which would, be the wherever it's at, it's the point A, wherever you leave it, and then it goes to point B, and etc. And I'm using the vector 2 since it's it's a 2D game. So, pretty simple script. And then let's go ahead and show you what I did with my framework. That's how I got my tutorial put together and my intro. So we'll start with the intro. It's pretty easy. This is just an extra node here. But it's just starts the event settings here where it blocks the player control. Then it shows you the dialogue here, and it loads into the next scene. Yeah, it's pretty easy. I just did 3 of these, one for each of the intros, and loaded a new scene, created a new scene for each of them. And same for this one, even for Timmy, except a different one. That's I actually had the dad as an actor. I brought him in, and so it shows his name. Then there's the actual tutorial here. Let me just kind of expand that a bit. And what this does is it goes to the dialogue, asks you if you want the tutorial. If not, it just you click no. It just lets you go, so you don't have to do the tutorial. So, but I have it so anytime you enter, it blocks your controls, so you're not going to be able to move or do anything. It unblocks it as soon as you click off, so you can get back your player. But here, I just have show dialogue based on choices. I have it put in a list. So each of these is just the different texts for each of them, and they each loop back over. So until you click exit tutorial, it goes back to unblock you and lets you get control of your player. Now, I guess this was probably the most challenging, just putting this together. I mean, really not that challenging, but as far as the between the intro and doing my coroutine, just kind of piecing this together, figuring out what worked and didn't work, testing it, making sure everything was right. I guess it's basically just time consuming, if anything. That's why it would make it more difficult. But other than that, that's all I did to kind of get this to work, on top of just going ahead, fixing a lot of the user interface, fooling around with a lot of the text. I put in the footsteps. I was able to make different patterns for where they walk and where they're going. There's always, there's always going to be more I could do probably there, but I don't think I could ever find an end as far as that goes. There's always going to be something more, I suppose, to that degree. But that's it for here. Next, I'll show you this working on 2 different devices. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to show my game King of Mystic Mountain, Milestone 9, working on my Samsung Galaxy 4 phone. Try to get this to focus. Sorry about this. It's recording off the tab and it does not record as good as the phone. Okay. Okay, and okay, because I've read it all, we've seen it all, we're looking for functionality here, making sure it works good. It works good, looks good, everything lines up. And let's see here, tutorial, let's look to see what the tutorial looks like. Looks the same, that's good, everything looks the same, everything fits, okay. Make sure your controls are working good. That works good. Oops, sorry, let me get that camera on there. Let's see for her, yep. And we got our footsteps up here, our random battles probably happens up here and all around here. There we go. Last but not least, I'll check the house with the shop. And that looks like it's pretty good. And the bottom end, the whole screen seems to fit in there. So yeah, it's another success. Thank you for watching. Okay, I'm going to be showing my game King of Mystic Mountain working on Samsung Galaxy Tab 4. It's volume here. The menu. Open that up. And here you can see this is just my intro. And click OK. And OK. And OK again. Let's get through the intro. And get through the loading screen. Still moving, keep it going. Alright, and there's my tutorial, but I'll put yes. Make sure it's all working. Everything looks good. Alright, well everything looks good there. Works the same. You notice now every time I open up a menu, my controls will disappear or reappear according. And all works. Very functional. Can open up a quest. That works good. Alright, so see if the battles work good. Oh, there we go. So far, so good. Yep. Alright, one last thing to test here. And let's see if that works good. Everything looks good here. Alright. Okay, well, it seems to be working good on the Samsung Tab 4. So it's a success. Thanks for watching.